Hey, Corey, just how did it feel to be back out there this week after I know you missed some of the OTA time?
Felt great. Be out there with my teammates and just keep working on our game and keep trying to grow every day and just felt good to be out there. I was getting bored.
What do you think the potential is for this wide receiver group? Now Jamison's back in the fold, and you've kind of gotten to watch some of these guys for the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely got potential. Just looking around our room, we got some diversity and a lot of guys who do a lot of different things for us. And I was getting excited, especially when Crowd came back. That just adds more depth to our room. And, just watching these guys, Elijah, Keelan, and, Mams, all those boys out there making plays, it was good to see. So, I'm really excited about the talent we have in that room.
It didn't take you and Zach too long to hook up. I mean, I think it was the first play of team drills there on yesterday when you guys connected over the middle. How has that chemistry been coming along, and what do you kind of think of now that you've gotten some on-field reps?
It's definitely getting there every day. We're growing, and that's the kind of the approach that we take is just taking it one day at a time. There's going to be highs, there's going to be lows, throughout practice, but just taking that approach of one day at a time. And we're starting to learn each other, and we're getting there. So I'm excited, to go out there and play with this guy. He's a lot of fun.
Corey, is it too soon to form an impression of Zach, him being a rookie and this being basically you running around in shorts and a t-shirt? Is it too soon to form an impression, or do you have some early thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, he looks good. He looks really good. Obviously, coming in as a rookie quarterback, your head's going to be spinning, and he's handled it all really well. Just his demeanor. He's poised. He's always in here trying to learn and further his game and pick up the playbook as best as he could. So he's definitely a guy that is gonna work at it and work at it extremely hard until he gets it down. And that's a good thing to have. So like I said, I'm excited to get to work with this guy.
If I just may follow up on that, we haven't talked to you since I think when you signed back in March, and I think at the time you were seemed very confident that Sam would be back. If you remember that conversation we had over the Zoom. And so I'm just curious, what was your reaction when he got traded?
It's funny. I was not confident that Sam would be back. Sam
was
the quarterback in the building at the time, is what I meant. But that's over with now. But I'm excited that Zach's here, like I said, and I'm ready to get to work with him.
Well, at the time, maybe confident. You actually did seem confident or hopeful. Maybe you're optimistic that he would be back. So that's why I was asking. We haven't talked to you since then.
Zach's the QB. I'm excited about it.
Corey, what have your impressions been of Elijah so far? And have you talked to AJ back in Tennessee at all? I know they were at Ole Miss together, and there was a video after Elijah was drafted of AJ kind of emotional about it. Yeah. I'm just curious if you had any conversations about Elijah with him and what you thought of him since he's been here.
Yeah, Elijah's he's a great person. His faith is very strong, and he's a great player. As you guys see, he's out there making plays left and right, and he's really hungry to do more. He's a perfectionist, and he's always trying to better his game, which I definitely I love that about him. And as soon as we drafted him, AJ texted me and just said, "Take care of my little brother," and I understand that they have a real close relationship. Like you said, they're like brothers, and he told me that, and I'm like, yeah, I'll definitely look out for him. And, excited he's here. He's, like I said, he's a great player, even better person.
Corey, when you're going through these early practices with a rookie quarterback like Zach, do you need to have any extra patience, knowing that he's going to make some mistakes just because he's a rookie and he's never done this before?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's out there making mistakes. It's practice. That's what it's for. Going out there and learning, and you can't be afraid to kind of go out there and make mistakes, especially in practice, because that's the time to do it. We're patient with everyone. Not just Z. So.
Hey, Corey, with the offseason program coming to a close tomorrow, you've been doing this a while, so you have a plan. That gap between the end of the minicamp and the beginning of training camp, that could be a challenge for players because of all the conditioning that was done, and then there's like a month. How do you handle that, and what advice would you give to younger players about this gap coming up?
you got to keep working. I know for me personally, I don't necessarily take a break, you know, because it's such a short time. You know, you got to, while you have the momentum, you have the conditioning, you know, from OTAs and minicamp, you got to keep it going. And, you know, just keep working on your game. You know, that'd probably be the advice I'd give young dudes, is just to keep going. And like I said, it's what, 40 days before we got to come back. So, you know, just hone in on your skills and, you know, keep working on your game every day. And, you know, come into training camp, hit the ground running.
Corey, last time we talked, you talked about how you believe that you're number one wide receiver. What have you been doing to prepare yourself for this season coming up where you will be the undisputed number one wide receiver?
Just working on every aspect of my game, you know, from my routes, catching the ball, working on that every day. My leadership, you know, is a big thing that I've been trying to work on. Yeah, I mean, and especially, you know, being familiar with this offense, just making sure I'm mastering, you know, the offense and the plays, and go out there and really play fast. So kind of take some of the thinking out of it, and you know, kind of bring some of these younger guys along with me.
Now, Arthur Smith was from that Shanahan tree also. He was an assistant with the Washington football team. So how similar is this system here to the one that you played under Arthur Smith in Tennessee?
It is similar. Like you said, it's all under that Shanahan tree, so it's pretty similar. So I came in familiar with it, you know, and you know, in that way I can kind of play fast, but you know, I kind of want to master it and you know, pick out a few more things and you know, go from there.